Hello, my crafting people. My name is Sierra, and I am the owner, creator, editor, designer of all things Craftily and Crafting Unedited. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some jewelry card holders. Specifically a bracelet holder like this guy. I do a lot of jewelry making as part of my crafting business. It's a small craft online store, and bracelets, these chakra bracelets or lava stone, healing stone bracelets are a very popular item. And because I don't like the boring placeholders that you find in stores, I decided to start creating my own. Today, I figured out how to do it through Design Space without having to cut the edges to make the little slots like this, so that it just hangs in there very nicely and it looks very clean and cute. I love that it's red with sparkles, because red with sparkles can work for Christmas or Valentine's Day or even the 4th of July. Not sure if anybody would buy a bracelet for the 4th of July, but you never know. Accessories are huge. So let's get started, shall we? Alright. So a couple of tools that you're going to need is Design Space, your Cricut, whether it be the Maker or the Air Explorer or whatever version you have, your light grit mat, your blue light grit mat, and some cardstock. For this project specifically, I like to use the Kraft cardstock. I'm going to be using the, I think it's like holographic Kraft cardstock by Cricut. I just like it because it's like a cardboard material and it's thick and durable, so it's going to hold up your jewelry a lot better. And then I have some extra little scraps. I am crazy, as some people might call me, but I save all of my scraps, not just my vinyl scraps, but my cardstock scraps as well. You know, if you don't use up the whole sheet, then there's no sense in wasting a perfectly good chunk like this and like this. I need to cut that off, but no big deal. These can definitely be used for projects like I'm doing today. So don't waste paper. Don't kill trees. Save it. And if you don't want to save it, send it to me. I'll save it and I'll use it. So anyways, a couple of other tools you will need is, you might need some scissors, so always have those on hand, and a scraping tool or a spatula tool. I have one of those too. One of these. Just to remove your product off of the mat if it doesn't come off on its own. Alright, so what you're going to do in Design Space is you're going to create a shape, and for this one I did a square. I started with a square, just a general blank square. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to zoom in for you. Just a smidgen here. There you go. That might be a little bit better. Alright, so you started with a square, as you can see here. What you're going to do with this square is unlock the corner. Down here in the left-hand corner, there's a little teeny tiny blue lock. You're going to unlock that. And for this card specifically, I did 3.5 inches wide, and then I just let it auto adjust, I think. 3.5 inches wide by 2.25 long. And then, so that's the same size. It is not the same size. I did it in 1/4, so there we go, same size. And to get the little grooves on the edges, what you're going to do is create another square, unlock that square as well. Then you're just going to make it super teeny tiny to the size of your liking. I'm just going to copy and paste what I already have here. And that is 0.565. And then you're going to take it over to the side, up in the corner, just a little bit below the top. So just enough. And then you want to have it overhang on the side of this square just a little bit. That way it doesn't create another cut inside. So then I just duplicate it and flip the image. To duplicate it, you're going to click on this button right up here in your right hand panel. I don't know what it's called. But over here you're going to click on duplicate. And then you're going to flip it. So your flip is right here in the top panel. And you're going to flip it horizontally. And what that does is it takes the exact same image and it just flips it on its side, kind of like a pancake. And then you just bring this one over to this side. And it doesn't really matter if it's even or not, because what you're going to do is align it. So you're just going to select both. And to do that, you just hit Control and click on both, and then you're going to go to align, same thing up in your top panel, and you're going to align it to the top, and there you go, you've got it. I actually want this to be just a smidgen smaller. So I'm going to make them just a smidgen smaller. And because I am OCD, they have to match exactly. Alright, so then what you're going to do once you have your placeholder designed, you're going to select the whole thing and attach it down here in the bottom. Just like that. And then you're going to duplicate the whole thing as many times as you want to make. I think I want to make I'll make 8 of them, just because. Why not? And then you're going to select Make It. And there you go. You have 8 place cards. And you see how Design Space has laid it all out to where there's 3 across and 3 down. Is it 8? I guess there is 8. So I need to adjust that because I have scrap pieces. I'm going to zoom back out to show you how I do this. So some people call it risky because when you're just placing scraps on a mat, it does give you a bit of anxiety because what if you cut wrong? But this is, excuse me, Kraft cardstock. It's not too crazy expensive, so if I mess it up, it's not a huge deal. Does it still suck? Yeah, of course, it's wasting things, but is it the end of the world? No, absolutely not. So what I do is I look at how big these are, and they are 3 inches tall. So I look at this, and I look at my mat, and I see that my cardstock is just over 4 inches. So I'm going to take this across, and that will be my first set. And then I'll go down to 5, and that will be my second set. And then my third set is probably going to have to end up on a separate sheet, or maybe not. Do I want? I think I want to do the red glitter again. No, red glitter is a pain in the butt to cut. I love this color. It's like a rosy gold color. It's so fun. And then these, so if I bring, so what you're going to do, I know I'm all over the place, sorry, is just move these down as far as they'll go, just like that. And so because I started my next row on line 5 here, I'm going to take my next row on here down to line 5, just like that. And I always go just a little bit below where I should be to be safe. For this, it's pretty cut and dry because it's squares or rectangles, so it's kind of difficult to mess it up. But you can, don't get me wrong, you definitely can. So for this one to fit, I need to move this one up just a little. It's still definitely within the range. And then this one needs to be on 9. So you can see my mat in design space now matches my mat, my sticky mat in real life. So we've got one row of 3, and they don't need to be that close together. One row of 3 red, one row of 3 rose gold, and one row of 2 rose gold. So I'm gonna get 8 cards off of one mat. I love how that works. All right, so next you're gonna hit continue. Make sure your machine is on. I've been pretty bad at that lately. Why isn't it working? Because your machine's not on, idiot. That's why. Yeah. And then you're going to select, you're going to go to Browse All Materials. Oh, I'm in the way again. Browse All Materials is right up here in your right-hand corner. And you're going to type in the search bar, Kraft, and hit enter. And you've got foil craft board, holographic, Kraft board, and Kraft cardstock. I am only going to select Kraft board, just because that's what I'm using. For the thicker cardstock like this one, I do Kraft cardstock. Done. Alright, so then you load your mat. Make sure all your pieces are secure. I'm not going to go moving around on you, ruining your project. Feed your machine. And let it go. And now it does all the hard work for you. So you're going to end with these awesome little bracelet cards that have these perfect slots. This one I forgot to... There we go. With these perfect little slots. And this could be used for necklace as well. I just prefer with the necklaces, I kind of do it this way so it's longer. And I have my charms hang right in that area. So it's the same thing, you just turn it to the side and you have the slots right here. It works really well for a lot of things, and it's pretty sturdy to hold up your bracelets. The other thing that you can do with these is you can put your logo on them. You can have on the print then cut feature, put your logo on there. I didn't because I was doing these as a test run. And it would have to be on this Kraft cardstock. You would not be able to use the foil because you can't print on that, obviously. Another option that you can do to get your logo on here is to do a print then cut sticker paper and just slap a sticker right there. Works really well with a lot of different things. I would honestly prefer the sticker method because stickers are fun. And everyone enjoys them. So if you have stickers as like business cards or logos, you can just slap them on anything and you've got a walking billboard. What better way to do that, right? Alright, so this is almost done. And then I will take them out. I wasn't going to show you the finished product of this one because I have some already made, but I'm kind of really excited for these ones because foil, it's holographic, it's neat. And I do apologize, I am fighting some sort of crud that's going around, so I've got a little bit of a raspy voice. So this really worked out well with my scraps. Don't throw away your scraps, people. You never know when you're going to need them or when they can be used. I mean, craft supplies do get stupidly expensive. So if you can salvage some, why not? Save yourself some money, right? Almost done. It's doing a second round. I forget that it does 2 rounds on the cut. But we have 2 more. That's it. They look really cool so far. I get excited about these little things. I mean, 1, I'm saving myself money by making them. And 2, I'm making something really fun and unique that no one else is going to have. Well, you might have now because I'm telling you how to make them. But if I go to a craft show, no one else is going to have something similar to this. You know, it's a custom-made template, so it's not like I went off of Etsy or InDesign Space and found it. I actually had a really hard time finding ones for bracelets. They have necklaces, they have earrings, or they have the things that you just loop through and staple and then it just hangs. I didn't want something like that. I wanted something that can show off my product and in a very displayed kind of way where it looks like it would on someone's wrist or someone's neck. It's not just hanging like this. And honestly, that I feel like deforms the product eventually anyway, so just personal preference. All right, we're all done here. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel so that when I post really cool tutorials like this, you know where to go. And sometimes I will add a free file to my videos. So if you're looking to make some of these bad boys, I might post a link in my profile and my YouTube, or maybe even in the thread in the description of this video. See, this is where the scissors are going to come in handy. But I will post the link to Design Space for this file in the description of this video so that you can have the free file. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get lots of fun freebies and tutorials on crafting. Not just Cricut crafts either. I do a wide variety of things. As you see, I make bracelets. I do Mod Podge. I always want to say Mod Podge. I think that's just because everyone else does. But then I do a lot of other different crafts as well. And I have a lot of fun doing them. Alright. Oops. See, sometimes it doesn't go all the way through. And that's just when you do a third pass if you wanted, but I'm not overly concerned. So you'll want to remove these little slits here. And you can do that just by using your fingernails, or if you don't have fingernails, you can use some scissors. Just be careful not to bend your card, because then it'll look funny. Alright, and then the scissors, I'm actually going to use my smaller pair here, are used to, you see how like, because it's cardboard, this tends to happen quite a bit right here where it didn't fully come off but the foil did, and I did kind of bend it a little bit, but that's okay, it's not too shabby. So you're just going to take your scissors and clean that up. And the slits do not need to be perfect because you're just going to put a product in there anyways, right? So no one's going to be able to see it. Until they take the product off of it, that is. But that's okay. They're not looking at the card once you take it off of once they take their pretty bracelets off the card, they are looking at their pretty new product. Everyone loves these bracelets. It's crazy. I actually wear them as well. I don't know if they actually work. I'm not a spiritual person by any means. I stay away from all things politics. That includes religion. Not to offend anyone who does. You do you, boo. I do me. Alright, so we've got this all ready to go. And I'm going to go grab a bracelet. This is a fun one that I made as a mommy and me set. And I called them Sally's bracelets because they reminded me of Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. And there you go. You've got yourself a cutesy, oops, might help if I put it in the camera, right? Bracelet holder. And as you can see, it's pretty secure. So if they shake it on their side or the other side or tilt it upside down, it's not going anywhere. You can do all the crazy things that it might get jumbled around on. This is also another neat way to store your bracelets when traveling so that they don't get all tangled and possibly damaged. Just make a bunch of these, put them in your luggage or even in a Ziploc bag and just place them on top of each other. That way, one, they're on display, and two, they are safe and secure. They're not going anywhere. It's pretty neat. My opinion anyway. Just saying. Alrighty, so that completes our tutorial for today for bracelet card holders. Like I said, I will share the file in the description so that you too can make them. Until next time, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get more cool tutorials like this, more helpful tips as well. I do a lot of those. Just life. I have 2 kids and 2 dogs and work full-time and run a side business. So I'm kind of a crazy, busy person, but I've got lots of advice and lots of tips to help everyday people like you and me. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be able to, you know, find me very easily. Alrighty, so subscribe, hit the bell if you want to know when I'm on, and like this video if you liked it. Till next time, peeps, have a fantastic day.